Welcome to SATV News. This is Shibala Alam with our headlines. Prime Minister calls for consolidating cooperation among countries across the world to check anti-human activities. Bangladesh wants to avert tensions along Bangladesh-Myanmar border through discussions, says Foreign Secretary. People from all walks of life paid homage to Sajida Chaudhary. Second Namaz-e-Janaza held at Baitul Mokarram National Mosque. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina called for consolidating cooperation among the countries of the world to check anti-human activities and transnational organized crimes with the advent of newer technology. She said this while virtually inaugurating the 11th annual Interpra conference in the Dhaka hotel hosted by Police Staff College, Bangladesh, from her official Ganabhavan residence this morning. The Prime Minister also said that digitalization of policing can be a great way forward to fighting terrorism, violent extremism and other tech-based crimes. She added that institutionalization is a demand-driven and outcome-based platform to curb violent extremism and tech-based transnational crimes that can ensure global peace and stability. Foreign Secretary Masud bin Momen said that Bangladesh wants to avert any tensions along Bangladesh-Myanmar border through dialogue and discussions using the existing mechanism between the two border forces amid Myanmar's internal conflicts. He made the comment while talking to a small group of journalists at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Secretariat. He also said that the issue would be discussed through existing mechanism between Border Guard Bangladesh BGP and Myanmar Border Guard Police BGB to resolve any issues quickly if there is any provocation. The Foreign Secretary said that the BGB remains vigilant through firing happened almost 10 kilometers of the Bangladesh border. He added that there are incidents of falling mortar shells and bomb blasts inside Myanmar border. People from all walks of life paid their homage to the veteran politician Sajida Chaudhary at the Central Shohid Minar in Dhaka University this afternoon. Floral tributes were paid on behalf of President Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. On behalf of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, her military secretary Major General Kabir Ahmed will pay tribute to veteran politician. Later, the body was kept at the party office in Dhaka for some time. Her second Namaz-e-Janaza was held at Baitul Mokarram National Mosque following the Asr prayers. Earlier, her first Namaz-e-Janaza was held in Nagarkonda Upazila of Faridpur this morning. The Awami League Presidium member and Deputy Leader of the House breathed her last while undergoing treatment for post-COVID complications at Combined Military Hospital in Dhaka on Sunday night. George Mia, the man who was falsely implicated in the 21st August 2004 grenade attack incident, filed a writ petition in the High Court seeking a direction for compensation of Taka 10 crore. His lawyers, Mohammad Humayun Kabir Pollob, appealed to the High Court bench of Justice Mohammad Mojibur Rahman Mia and Justice Mohammad Riazuddin Khan's file a writ in this regard. Apart from seeking compensation, the writ also sought direction from the High Court to form a committee headed by a retired judge of the Appellate Division to find those who tried to implicate George Mia. On 21st August 2004, a grenade attack was carried out on the then opposition leader Sheikh Hasina's rally at Bangabandhu Avenue in Dhaka. The Weather Department said during a special bulletin that land depression over South Madhya Pradesh moved northwestwards and is likely to weaken gradually. The Met Office said that it was lying over South Madhya Pradesh and adjoining areas of India this morning and is likely to move west-northwestwards further. Under this influence, deep convection is also taking place over North Bay and adjoining areas. Squally weather may affect the maritime ports. North Bay and adjoining coastal areas of Bangladesh. Maritime ports of Chattogram, Cox's Bazar, Bangla and Paira were advised to keep posted local cautionary signal number 3. All fishing boats and trawlers in the North Bay were advised not to venture into the deep sea. The United States Green Building Council USGBC recognized 3 more ready-made garments factories in Bangladesh as green, raising the total number of environmental friendly establishments in the apparel sector to 171. All 3 factories, Fatullah Apparels, Sharaf Apparels, Washing and Dyeing Industries, and Debanoer and Orbitex Knitwear Limited were awarded platinum ratings today. Bangladesh Garment Manufacturers and Exporters Association BGMEA Director Mohiuddin Rubel confirmed the matter. Bangladesh is the global leader, having the highest number of green garment buildings, where 53 are platinum rated, 104 gold rated, 10 silver, and 4 have no ratings but are certified. Dozens more units are in the process of achieving LEED certification. The price of palm oil dropped drastically by Dhaka 3,500 per mond in the international market in the past 4 months, but the commodity is still selling at a higher rate in the domestic market of Bangladesh. Although the booking price is decreasing every day, it has remained static in the domestic market for the past 3 weeks. In Malaysia, the world's largest palm oil producer is currently selling at 3,690 ringgit per ton, which was 7,500 ringgit in May. Importers and traders said that adding the cost of transportations and refining to the international booking rate, the average price in the country stands at Dhaka 3,800 currently. We are taking a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching SATV News. Now news from abroad. Mourners in Edinburgh will be allowed to view the Queen's coffin lying in rest at St Giles Cathedral from around 5:30 in afternoon local time today, with large crowds expected. Mourners were asked to join a queue for St Giles, forming a George Square Lane or North Meadow Walk near the Meadows Park on Edinburgh's south side, a short walk from the cathedral. The Scottish Government announced that the viewing would at least last till 3 in the afternoon on Tuesday before the coffin is prepared to be taken from St Giles to Edinburgh's airport and then by RAF flight to Northolt outside London, accompanied by Princess Anne, before it is driven to Buckingham Palace. It is the first time a British monarch died in Scotland and the first time their coffin has laid in rest in Edinburgh.
From her cherished Highland retreat to the monarch's official residence.
Ukrainian forces have advanced north from Kharkiv to within 50 kilometers of the border with Russia and are also pressing to the south and east in the same region. As the war in Ukraine marks 200 days, the military has reclaimed swaths of the south and the east in a long anticipated counterattack that dealt a heavy blow to Russian forces. Operations at the Russian-held Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant in Ukraine have stopped as a safety measure as fears of a radiation disaster continue. Ukraine said its forces are working to wrest control of towns and villages around the strategic hub from Russian troops as part of a counter-offensive in the country's east. Ukraine's military in the Kherson region is seeking to drive Russian forces from their foothold on the west bank of the Dena River.
Russian soldiers shot.
Torrential, unrelenting rain swept through Chicago, flooding basements and alleys, closing grocery stores and restaurants, and leaving cars floating under viaducts on streets impassable with deep water. The extreme weather took the city by surprise, particularly the north side of Chicago. At some intersections, cars were stranded in the rainwater after motorists drove through suddenly flooded roads. Rainwater had surged up basements through drains, in some cases leaving an ankle-deep flood carrying a pungent smell of sewage. Grocery stores dealing with flooding closed their doors and some businesses could not open at all. To prevent more flooding, Mayor Lori Lightfoot advised Chicagoans not to run dishwashers or washing machines.
It rained heavily on
Swedish Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson said that the election was too close to call on Sunday night. The too close to call count overnight from Sunday into Monday meant advance votes and overseas ballot will all be needed to be tallied. Exit polls at first predicted victory for the incumbent left-wing coalition, but results later suggested that the right-wing bloc could narrowly win. Crime and integration of communities were major issues in the campaign, and the far-right Sweden Democrats took the set to become the second largest party. It could take until Wednesday for all votes to be counted.
The wave of fear over gun violence.
Now sports news. Sri Lanka has burst into spontaneous celebration as it won the Asia Cup tournament for the 6th time in the shortest form of cricket in Dubai on Sunday night. Skipper Dasun Shanaka called Sunday's Asia Cup triumph a real turnaround for Sri Lanka cricket ahead of the T20 World Cup and dedicated the win to the crisis-hit nation. Sri Lanka defeated Pakistan by 23 runs in the final, with Bhanuka Rajapaksa hitting an unbeaten 71 and Wanendo Hasaranga starring with bat and ball. Firecrackers burst, cars honked and fans danced at Galefest Promenade in the capital, where the tournament was televised with a live giant screen. Before ending, we go to the headlines again. Prime Minister calls for consolidating cooperation among countries across the world to check anti-human activities. Bangladesh wants to avert tensions along Bangladesh-Myanmar border through discussions, said Foreign Secretary. People from all walks of life paid homage to Sayyida Sajida Chaudhury's second Namaz Janaza held at Baitul Mukarram National Mosque. You're up to date so far here on SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.